Okay, so we're back at Sarna, part 6 here. Survive McCarron's onslaught until Arden Sortek reinforcements arrive. We just finished Sarna part 5, and I'm bringing some new mechs on this mission here. So we've got the Warhammer 6RB here. Got a new Stalker mech here. It's kind of a LRM, SRM boat. The Cyclops is what I'm going to be riding. And then we have a Marauder over here. Main reason being that on my last mission, we had some good amount of repairs needed, and I don't have time for these repairs this time, so I gotta go right to the next mission. This one's missing orange, like orange on the arm, and this one's got orange on the side. That one's mostly armor damage, but still, I want to be fresh for this mission since this is a serious mission. So we got these ones ready. Cyclops here. CP10-Q. This one has 3 medium lasers, 2 LRM-10s, and an SRM-4. Then we have my Warhammer 6RB here. We've used this a couple times in the past. 2 large lasers, 2 medium lasers, 2 machine guns, and an LRM-10 Artemis. And then the Marauder I got recently. It's an okay mech. Decent. It's got 2 medium lasers, 2 large lasers, and an auto cannon 5 burst fire. And the Stalker 3F. So this one, it's got 4 medium lasers, 2 large lasers, SRM-6, and SRM-10 or LRM-10 doubles. So that one's got a good package of weapons. So here we are. Sarna Part 6. Colonel Richard Wester. Commander, Captain Damu. We're about to engage in a fight of our lives. The Capellans must know that if they can't wipe us out before the heavy guards touch down on Sarna, it's over for them. Their only hope at maintaining control of the planet would be utterly destroy our forces so that when Colonel Sortek touches down, they'll have the number to fight him back. We've all gone through too much just to lose everything at the end. We need to muster whatever strength we have left to hold the line until Colonel Sortek relieves us. Gather your best mechs and equipment and Mechwarriors and meet my Crater Cobras at the following coordinates. Prepare to give the Big Mac everything you've got. We did not get through 6 months of hell just to die on the day the reinforcements arrive. The only thing left to do is to hold the line. We do that, and we live to see tomorrow. So there we go. Mission type is a campaign. Battle area is 1 kilometer square. Duration is 1 day. The biome is a lush canyon in the evening time. Visibility is unlimited. This is it, Commander. Colonel Arden Sortek is almost here. All that is left to do is to hold out until he arrives. McCarron's is going to throw everything they have to kill us before Sortek's reinforcements arrive. This is a fight for our very lives, so bring the biggest, baddest mechs you can muster, and we might actually make it off of Sarna alive. So, salvage is good, and damage coverage, and some C-bill payout. Actually, Gonna put more in salvage. There we go. That should do it. Yeah, so let's get this going. Alright, I'm gonna put a new Mechwarrior pilot into this. We got Captain Myla Serena here. She's got ballistics, energy, and missile balance, so it's pretty good. So here we go.
This is it, everyone! Colonel Sortek is on the verge of making planetfall, and is en route to our position. McCarron knows that if we successfully relink with the Davion heavy guards, they're done for. So, they're gonna throw everything they have at us trying to put us in the ground before Colonel Sortek's reinforcements arrive. We've spent the past 6 months in hell, cowering and sulking in the shadow of those bastards, trying to survive against unprecedented circumstances. No dropship support, no air support, no way of communicating with the jump point. Hell, we even made it by with no HPG, completely blind to the rest of the inner sphere. We made it through all of that. But today, finally, we can stand tall against these Capellan bastards. Today is a day of retribution. The day we are finally taking the fight to them.
Fusiliers, I'm not one for speeches as eloquent as our mercenary friends. We have been struggling to survive since the Grey River ran red with the blood of our fallen brothers and sisters. Just remember, they're still here. They're watching over us, and today, God willing, we will avenge their deaths. For New Syrtis, for House Hasek.
We have contacts. Dead ahead. All forces fire at will. Stay in cover and support one another. Don't let them spill one more ounce of Cobra's blood today.
Commander, Colonel Westrick is right about one thing. The McCarron's forces will be relentless. There's no telling when the Davion heavy guards will make it to the field. So we need to support one another if we're going to make it out of this alive. Tread carefully, Commander.
Mech spotted.
So it's going to be a pretty much night vision mission, because if I don't have my night vision on, it's harder to see everything. But here we go. Time for attack. So I got LRMs again. Lasers and LRM. And an SRM too.
Go, Commander. Critical explosion imminent.
First mech down. Raven trying to hide behind the trees. Where it's meant to be. So I'm trying to keep a distance from most of the enemies so I can use my LRMs as much as possible while the rest of them attack from the sides. But I have some medium range weapons too. And you got these stupid enemies running up to punch in the middle in the heat of battle. Do you think they would think more wisely to use ranged weapons?
McCarron and his cronies have taken 6 months and hundreds of our brothers and sisters' lives with them. Fusilier, make them pay!
Reactor failure detected. Look out!
Okay. So my Marauder lance mate here looks a little charred up. His arm's looking yellow. Hers, rather. Captain... Oh wait, no. Skeleton's on the Marauder. Serena is the new Mechwarrior. Serena's in the Warhammer. The one... Okay. So I haven't used Serena. This is the first mission I've used Serena. I think the Fusiliers rewarded me with that Mechwarrior pilot. So, yeah, she was a recent addition to my Mechwarrior pilots. But this is what it looks like without night vision on. It's pretty dark other than the sky. We got a Vindicator.
Reactor explosion imminent.
And we got here another Vindicator. A lot of Vindicators on this mission. Blackjack. And another Vindicator. Man, I was kidding when I said there's a lot of Vindicators on this mission. I think half the mechs are Vindicators, probably. Like Blackjacks and Vindicators. Mostly Blackjacks and Vindicators.
Forces of the Federated Suns, my Davion heavy guards have just touched down. Our rushed mech drops scattered us across a wide area. We are reforming our lances and about to move on your position now. ETA 2 minutes. Hold out just a little longer.
We'll be fine. We're almost done with this mission. So that's Serena. She's doing pretty good in the Warhammer. Skeleton's Mad Marauder's getting a little bit charred up. About as orange as me, at least. And Freeman's doing awesome, because Freeman's the most awesome Mechwarrior pilot I've had so far. I don't think he's ever failed in the later missions so far. He's improved a lot since we first fought together. Freeman is a good Mechwarrior pilot.
Target acquired.
Forces of the Federated Suns, the Davion heavy guards are here to assist. It's time to take the fight to McCarron's armored cavalry.
Attack you, Commander. One last push and then it's over. Let's finish this.
Arden Sortek, man. I was reading about Arden Sortek.
Target acquired.
Forces of the Federated Suns, give them no quarter. For months these wolves have hunted you like prey lost in the woods. But now you have a chance to defang McCarron's armored cavalry once and for all.
For the fallen! For the 5th Syrtis Fusiliers!
Did I just hear that right? McCarron's forces are withdrawing. Is there really a need to run them down?
Commander killed? Wait for it.
We're still at war, Fahad. The Federated Sons will want to ensure that an elite unit such as McCarron's is crippled as much as possible to put all of House Liao in a position of vulnerability in the future. I also imagine compassion and reason are the last things on the minds of everyone that went through the last 6 months of hell at the hands of the armored cavalry. For better or worse, we still have our orders. Let's help clear the field and see this battle through.
So I think that's pretty much the end of the mission.
To all forces of the Federated Suns, we have cleared the field. Sarna is ours.
Yep.
Commander, I just want to say thank you. If you hadn't come to help us all those months ago, I have no doubt in my mind that we would have died like the rest of our brothers and sisters in the 5th. We'll never forget what you did for us.
Likewise, Captain. Without you, we would never have been able to complete our mission for the Kestrel Lancers. Now let's all fall back in with the heavy guards and finally get some R&R. It's been one hell of a campaign.
So, yeah, the NPCs in this mission really didn't give me much a chance to talk because they were really talky. But anyway, there's the end of the mission, people. Okay. 3 million sea bills, 130 reputation. And let's see here. 2 Vindicator scraps, I guess. That was a lot of Vindicators that we took down on that mission. Just checking to see if there's anything worth picking other than mechs, but I think it's going to be mechs for salvage. Yep. Vindicator. There we go. Good 3,800,000 and 3,100,000 in pay. So all the Mechwarriors are healthy. Cyclops, all the mechs did. Well, the Warhammer lost an arm, so we got up there 1 million in sea bill repairs this time. So, a message from Marshal Jackson Davion. Marshal Jackson Davion. Commander, I've just received your report from Arden Sortek. I cannot tell you how glad I am to hear that you made it through the Sarna campaign. When I heard of the armored cavalry ambush and the HBG being destroyed, I feared that I may have condemned you all to death. You had all the Kestrel Lancers worried for you. While I am sorry that I cannot be there on Sarna to debrief you in person, there is still much for me to be here on Tigers. Please accept this canned message as your formal debriefing. By the time Comstar is able to deliver the message to you, our offensive, which the news feeds has taken to calling the Fourth Succession Wars, will be over. As I speak, Comstar is negotiating the end to all the hostilities between the 5 great houses. When all is said and done, the Capellan Confederation will have to capitulate that it has lost over half its former territory, most of it to be claimed by House Davion through the right of conquest, but some by 2 former Capellan commonalities declaring independence from the Confederation. The first to break away was the Tikhonov commonality. They were holding out hope that the Confederation would come to their aid, but after being cut off from the direct logistical route to Xi'an, They eventually declared independence to spare their citizens from further Davion invasions. You won't believe who leads them. Our old friend Pavel Ridzik. After he managed to escape our forces and fled Tikhonov, Strategic Director Ridzik retreated to Elgin, where he took control of the region, declaring himself Supreme Lord of the Tikhonov Free Republic. His reign didn't last long, as an assassin killed him back in June. The other breakaway faction is the St. Ives Commonality. The former heir of the Confederation, Candace Liao, abandoned her father to declare her province independent from the Confederation. I can't imagine how Maximilian Liao is taking that one. So, Comstar is negotiating to formally recognize these independent provinces as new nations once their leaders can charter the new laws of their provisional governments. Be sure to be on the lookout for those too once all this dust settles later this year. So, the next The next item we'll need to discuss is the destruction of the Sarna HPG. After the Fusiliers destroyed the HPG, Comstar was furious with the Federation Sons, claiming us ultimately responsible for its destruction. They put the entirety of the Federation Sons under interdiction, cutting off interstellar communications, the commerce between the hundreds of Federation worlds. Your report about the imposter Fusiliers captured by Captain Damu couldn't have come at a worse time. Had we known about this a month ago, we would have been able to mount a defense against the Comstar's accusations. But First Prince Davion has already agreed to allow Comstar to station their own mech security forces at every HBG in the Federation to ensure that such debacle never happens again. It's much too late to defend our role in Sarna's HPG attack now. If we now know that we were not responsible for its destruction, even if we now know that we were not responsible for its destruction. The interdiction, along with the war effort, sent the Federation Sun's economy into a tailspin. Had they maintained their interdiction, Comstar could have very much bankrupted the entire Federation. Which brings me to the most uncomfortable part of this debrief. Commander, the Federation Sons can no longer financially support the remainder of our contract with your unit. I am to inform you that we are to invoking our cancellation clause and releasing you from the remaining 4 months of your contract. You will be compensated for this with your agreed upon MRB release bonus. I'm I'm sorry our time together had to end like this, Commander, but it's completely out of my hands. The Crater Lancers won't be escaping this budget cutbacks either. While for the time being my command will still exist on paper, for the most part, most of the personnel of the 2nd Crater Lancers has consolidated into a 3rd Crucis under Marshal Pedroza's command and will continue to garrison Tigris. Currently exist I currently exist to ensure that the Kestrel Lancers continue to be a paper tiger to our enemies while the Federation economy recovers from the war. But I won't let this deter me. I forged the Kestrel Lancers from nothing once, and I can do it again. Although you won't be around to help me this time, Commander, I'll never forget the contribution that you and your team made to keep the legend of the Kestrel Lancers alive. We'll be back and stronger than ever, you'll see. Goodbye, my friend, until we meet again. So we got some completion rewards here. 3,200,000 sea bills, 1,000 reputation, an ER large laser 5 tier, 5 tier ultra autocannon 5, 5 tier LRM 20 Artemis 5, a tier 4 LB 10X autocannon, and 10 double heat sinks. 10 double heat sinks, which is a nice addition to my salvage. So that's pretty much it. We're going to get to repairing some of my mechs before we continue on the next mission. So the Cyclops that I was piloting, didn't seem to take too much serious damage, 30 days. The Warhammer lost its arm here. So we lost a large laser at tier 3, which kind of sucks. So we're gonna have to replace it with a smaller tier. Put that in. It's gonna take about 44 days. Marauder seemed to do okay, I guess. Also lost a large laser. Oh boy, that was a tier 2. So it's gonna be a tier 1 large laser now. 42 days. And then the Stalker. This one, not too bad, just 14 days repair, and that's pretty much it for repairs. I got about 8 mechs I still need to wait for repairs, but I don't know where we're going to. That's pretty much the most of this mission. So yeah, there's a couple more missions I saw coming up soon, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. I can't make up my mind yet, but these mechs will be repairing in the meantime while I'm figuring that all out, I guess.